in the salah, it will not break the salah, but you should not do that. Okay. But if someone is sneezing and you say yarhamukullah, because the answer we normally give yarhamukullah, so we are used to say yarhamukullah when we hear the sneeze, right? So if you are reading Quran, if you are reading salah and you say yarhamukullah, okay, by mistake, then it will break the salah. Why it will break the salah? Because it will be equal to talking with anyone else, right? So this is number 2, okay? If you are looking Quran, and this is very, very common, this is very, very, very common. Like if you are looking Quran in Salah and you are reading it, it breaks the Salah. And have you noticed like how many people in the masjid in Ramadan holding the Quran in their hand in Taraweeh and they are reading it, right? You know,
I've never noticed that actually.
you never noticed that in Taraweeh, so many people hold the Quran when the Imam is reading and they hold the Quran and they listen the Quran. And nowadays they are opening on the cell phone and they are looking into the Quran. They are reading the Quran, like listening the Quran by looking it. So in Huzaifa, when Huzaifa was going to the masjid when he was doing his, and when he started leading the Taraweeh, so his teacher was giving all the instructions. So he said, Huzaifa was telling me, he said, just turn off all the lights in the masjid and just tell them, oh, just to build more, concentration, we are turning off the lights. So when we will say this, they will accept easily. But if you will keep the light open, most of the people hold the Quran and they just don't know that it's messing up their salah. So they turn off all the lights and nobody knows why they are turning the lights off. But you should not hold the Quran when you're whatever Imam is saying, either you are understanding, you're not understanding, but your focus will be toward the alphabets, okay?
So
Toward the
they
qira.
so they read like they're looking like they're holding the Quran in the middle of Salah.
Yeah, in the middle of the salah. This time this year, when you will go to the masjid, see this.
That's really
Sometimes I
weird.
feel so like I cannot explain my sadness when I go to the masjid for the Tarawih, because why I go? Because if I am reading the Salah, I'm spending time, but Ujba is somewhere here and there, Afan is someone here and there. No, Afan goes with the friends, but Aisha is doing something else. So it's better to show the environment. Like if I'm going, I'm reading, you should also go and read, right? So if they
Mhm.
are in masjid, anyways they stand up and they pray, right? This is my main reason to go to the masjid. But I feel so, like I cannot explain the word, like every other person is standing and holding the Quran in the hand and they are reading with looking. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kamil, are you there?
Yeah. Walaikum
Okay,
salam.
your voice is very low again.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, and Kamil, did you ever notice in Taraweeh the people are holding the Quran and they are reading it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What? I've never seen this. This is really weird.
and this is
Oh,
very common.
In the
In
middle of
Tarabi?
Salah. In Salah.
Oh, in Salah, no.
You never see the people
No.
are holding Quran in Taraweeh, not in regular Salah.
No.
Even in Tarawih, I haven't seen it.
So many people hold the Quran, and
Like, there.
nowadays they are not holding the Quran. They are just open on the cell phones and they are looking what Imam is reading, and they even talk. Oh, he finished the Hajj. He's starting this. He's starting this. Okay, so keep the masla. This is called masla, right? Masail. But you are learning masail. Masail means the problems. Okay, uh, uh, the fiqh problem, the Islamic things, okay, which we should aware very, very. In I don't know, like if you can figure out and we can open the page, so it will be forever for you. Like whenever you forget anything and you can quickly figure out. But I don't know, like this is the thing which break the salah. The topic is the thing which break the salah. So I am explaining, but if you can figure out quickly and you can tell me the page number so I can open. Otherwise, it will take so much time to just figure
Yeah.
out where it is. Okay. So you guys figure out where it is, and inshallah, I'm going. Okay. But if you have any question in the mind, ask me, because most of the time in my when I was teaching, like most of the time, I have to say someone, "Oh, please stop, let me finish." And when you are not asking any question, so I'm surprised, like, if, why you guys are not asking any questions? Why you don't have anything in your mind related to the problem? Okay, so if you have any question in the mind, and you should have any some questions in the mind regarding that points. Okay, so you can ask. Okay, so anyways, looking Quran during the salah, it break the salah. Okay, if you answer someone, if you speak, it break the salah. If you have a sore throat, sometimes, for no reason, maybe you have seen your daddy or nani or anyone, they do like that. I have seen my mother-in-law, she does a lot. Like, what does it mean? Like, if someone is falling down from the bed and someone is doing something, so she wants to say other people, oh, look toward that side. So she cannot speak, but she starts saying, okay. So like, do not do, like, it do not break the salah, but by mistake, a sound produced, like talking sound produced by somehow, so it will break the salah. So we should not go closer to those things, which is, uh, which will break your salah. Okay, so keep this in mind as well. If your ears, untie, and you start tying your ears, okay, making your bun, so these things also break the salah. Okay, if something, like you gargle, you stand up for the salah, because it is very important to clean your mouth before standing for salah, even you are in wuzu. Okay, and if, let's suppose, you did wuzu in Maghrib and you are praying Isha prayers after food or anything, it's better to go and gargle before stand up for the salah. But by mistake, if something left in your mouth, okay, something left, that something, some kind of food left in your mouth, so this is important that you will check the size of that food which was in your mouth. Okay, if the size will be smaller than the chickpeas, okay, then you will then it will break, it will break the salah. Okay, and if it's smaller than a chickpeas, then you can swallow it. Okay, and it will not break your salah. So always keep in mind, when you are reading your salah, if you have anything in your mouth, it is not allowed. But if by mistake something is in your mouth, then you should check the size. If it's chickpea size, then it will break your salah. Okay, it shouldn't be big, like it shouldn't be equal to the chickpea size. Okay, this is very common. Sometimes, like, sometime by mistake, we stand up on the prayer mat, start reading salah, and we feel, oh, there is something in the mouth, in the, something is stuck in the teeth or something. Okay, so you should figure out, if someone is used to eating pan. Okay, you know the pan, right? You know what is pan? Which we eat after dinner. Sometimes the sweet stuff, the green leaf having the stuff
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? The pan.
Mhm.
Okay, so pan has so much what we think coming out, right? When it's in your mouth. I don't know, you guys have eaten the pan ever or no? Because most of the time when we are coming from somewhere, and Ushba said, okay, can we stop for eating pan? So we stop and we buy the pan. Okay, so from Royal Pan or somewhere. Okay, so if someone is eating the pan, right, and they did the gargle, but when he stand on the prayer mat and start reading salah, and because the sweetness he's feeling, or any other thing other than pan, he eat, but he also gargle, but feeling the sweetness in the mouth, so might be the question come in the mind that will it break my salah or no? Okay, so it will not break your salah, because you did the gargle before standing, and if you are still feeling the flavor in the mouth, then it will not break the salah. Okay, if sometime we are used to say Alhamdulillah when we hear the good news, and we are used to say Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un whenever we hear the bad news, right? These two words are very common on our mouth. And if it's not, then make it habit. Whenever you see, when you have any good news, always say Alhamdulillah. When you hear any bad news, sometimes people think like when someone die, we say Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. This was from Allah and Allah has returned back. Okay, take it back. But it shouldn't. Okay, whenever you hear any bad news, we say inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Whenever we hear any good news, we say alhamdulillah. Sometimes we are very used to say these words, very common, right? So if we are if we are praying and we hear any bad news, and suddenly we say inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Suddenly we say that alhamdulillah, right? So it will break the salah because it's equal to talking, right? But only and only if you sneeze by, like if you your like if you sneeze and by mistake you say alhamdulillah, because we are very used to say alhamdulillah when we sneeze. Okay, so if you say alhamdulillah by mistake, then the namaz will not break. But for somehow, if you are answering the sneeze of someone else by saying yarhamukullah, if you are saying inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un, alhamdulillah, or any other thing, it will break the salah. Okay, so be very careful. Okay, if you are saying Allahu Akbar to start the salah, and this Allahu Akbar, you stretch alif, Allahu Akbar, it will break the salah. Okay, so you should be very careful saying Allahu Akbar. Okay, very careful. Okay, break the salah because you change the Allah letters here and there. Okay, so if you are saying this, then if you are doing, if you are like, if you are not conscious when saying Allahu Akbar, so from today, make yourself very conscious saying Allahu Akbar. Okay. If there is a book or newspaper, okay, it's very close to you, okay, and you are reading your salah, and suddenly you start looking at the book and you start reading that book. Okay, sometimes it happen a newspaper, a book, a notebook. It is just beside your on the table or somewhere where you are reading salah. Okay, and you suddenly start reading it. Okay, so what is the Sharia telling us in that matter? Okay, so the masla is that if you are reading those book letters in your heart, it will not break your salah. But we should not do that. You should quickly, move your focus away from the book. Okay. But if by mistake you are reading it, so decide by yourself. I was only reading in my heart. If the answer is yes, you were reading in the heart. Okay, and you were trying to understand or whatever, but you were reading in the heart, it will not break this. Okay, but if you are reading it from your mouth by mistake, then it is equal to talking and it will break the salah. So you should be very careful. Okay, there is one more thing which is very very important. Okay, when someone is reading salah and someone pass by from the in front of the person who is reading salah, okay, this is also a very important masla in Islam, in namaz. Okay, so if any animal pass by, like dog or cat or any goat or something like that, any bird, it is fine. Okay, because they have no knowledge, right? So it is fine. But if a human will pass when you are reading salah in front of you, okay, this is a very big sin. It is, sometimes written, if you know the sin passing the person who is reading salah, you will stop for 40 years there and you will wait the person finish his salah. Okay, so this is also very very important. So this is also on you, that if you are praying in a place where it's where people will pass from there, so you should put a sutra. Sutra means something which is equal to your hand size. Okay, your hand size, and your finger. It should be thick like your finger. Okay, this much thick that your finger is. Okay, and it should be longer, because sometimes some people put a glass or a purse and they think like this is sutra. Okay, sutra means putting something. So it should be equal to the bench. It should be equal to the equal to your hand size. Okay, something which is equal to your hand size, and you should put either right side or left side, not in the middle of the eye. Okay, either right side or the left side. Okay, my voice is clear.
Can you repeat what you just said? My internet cut out.
Okay, mine went too. Okay,
Um,
so if you are 1 minute. if you are praying, okay? If you are praying, right? Let's suppose in this direction. And this is a place where people go from here to here, here to here, right? First of all, you should not stand in that in at that place where people will move, in front of you. Okay, first of all, if by mistake you have no other place to stand up and you are praying there, okay, so you should keep in mind that you should put a sutra, sutra, okay, sutra. Sutra is a thing which you place in front of your prayer mat, okay. It should be longer than your hand size, okay, and it should be thicker than your finger size, okay, this much thick, like your finger. It should be thicker than your thick as your finger, and it should be long as your hand. And you will not put in the middle, okay, you will put either this side or this side where you are reading salah, not in the center where you are reading salah, okay. Sutra should be either this side and this side. So sutra should be the, sometimes we have a single bench in the house, on the ottoman or this kind of thing on which you sit. Okay. So it should be, you can put that or a small chair or anything. Like it should be equal to your hand size. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
And you should not pray where people are moving, but at the same time this is for human. If animal is passing, it will not affect your salah. This is not a sin, okay. So it's a sin for you because you are praying at that spot where people are moving, and you should not put a sutra there. And this is sin for that person as well who was passing by, even though he know that someone is praying, okay. So always keep this in mind, okay. Sometime what happens that you are praying, okay, in the masjid, this normally happen, and they said, okay, fill the gaps, fill the gaps, fill the gaps, remember.
Yeah.
And what happened, like a person is standing here in this line and they ask you to fill the gap, go there, right, and this person start walking, okay. So of course you have to fill the line, okay, it's for girl and boys. Of course you have to fill the line, but when you should not pass, first of all, you should not pass your sajda position, okay. If you are standing here and your sajda position is here, then you can move one or two steps, but you should not pass your sajda position. If you will pass your sajda position, your namaz will break. Okay, keep this in mind. So this is not a way to move from here to here. So what our teacher explained in that matter, you should move two step, then move a little here, then move two step, then move a little here, then move two step, then move a little here. So move like that. If someone is asking you to go here, don't directly just in the middle of the salah, reach here. Okay. If they're asking you to go right and left, that is fine. I'm talking about if you have to fill the gap in the next sub. Okay, so move like crossway. Okay, so you should not pass in one go. You should not pass the sajda. Is that clear? And second thing, when you are moving, make sure your chest should not go away from Qibla. If you are going left side and you are thinking, okay, I should turn left completely and then move forward, no. Your chest should always be toward the Qibla. Okay. If remember we have learned Sajda Sahab you can only do when your chest was not away from Qibla. So chest direction is very important. Once you say Allahu Akbar, your chest should not go away from Qibla. Even you are changing position, even if you are, anything, okay? So your chest position should always be towards the Qibla. Then your namaz will be okay, okay? But make sure that you should not cross straight the sajda position, okay? These things are very, very important because these things break the salah, okay. there are few things which don't break the salah, but it make the salah worse, and these are makruh. Okay, so you should also know all these things. Those are makruh and don't break the salah. Okay, so if you are wearing something like, first of all, what is makruh thing? Makruh are those things which do not break the salah, but the sawab, the reward will be lesser, and and you will get the guna, you will get the sin doing that. So you should also aware what are the things which are sinful, even in namaz, because shaitan is telling, oh, you are reading namaz, right? So you are doing very good, but you should know what are the makruh things. You should know what things are basically breaking my salah, because if you don't know and you are satisfied, oh, I am done with my salah and I read the salah, but you don't know, you are reading book when you were reading salah, or you are talking while doing, or you were just tying your hairs and reading quran with looking, and you are cleaning your throat for no reason. Okay, so you should know, like, what things break the namaz. Okay, so in the same way, there are few things which do not break the salah, but those things are makruh, and that is why you are forbidden not to do those things. Okay, so what are those things? Okay, so first of all, makruh are those things which do not break the salah, but the reward will be lesser and you will get the guna. So, of course, if it's a guna, if it's a sin, then you should avoid doing those things. Okay, if you are wearing any kind of jewelry or your clothes, and you are just playing with your clothes, and if there is a small teeny tiny stone somewhere, you are playing with the stones, or a small piece of toy, anything, like during your salah, if you start doing other works. Okay, so other works like just as I said, playing with your clothes, unnecessary, just making your clothes right and left, or making them straight. Okay, so this is of course not allowed. But yes, if you are doing sajda, there is something which is in front of you and you just move it aside quickly, that is allowed. Okay, because that was disturbing you, so you just do it quickly, that is allowed. But for no reason, playing with the clothes, playing with the jewelry, playing with anything which you have in your hand during your salah, this is not allowed. So the easy way to remember is, I still remember one of my teacher words: anything which other person feels that you are not reading salah. Okay, if you are doing those stuff in namaz, that other person, when watching you, they feel like, oh, you are not reading salah, so those things are not allowed in those things are makruh. Okay, so the easy thing is that sometimes maybe you have heard that people start cracking their fingers. Have you noticed? They crack their fingers, but
Yes.
right, this is also makruh in namaz. Okay, you are not supposed to crack your neck or your fingers or your toe, anything. Okay, this make your salah makruh. Okay, if you are putting your hand on your butt, okay, this will make sometime, like some people are used to, so they start putting their hand. Okay, so this is also makruh. And if you are reading your salah and you start looking right or left here and there, okay, so this is also makruh. It will not break the namaz because your chest is toward the qibla. Unless you move your chest away from qibla, it will not break the salah, but moving the neck is makruh. Okay, so keep this in mind. Your neck should also not move when you are reading salah. It will make your namaz makruh. Okay. Okay, if you are watching something with your eyes, right and left, this is also not good, because you all know the mustahab is the good thing, which is the thing which is mustahab, like by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is, as I told earlier, if you are standing, you should look toward the sajda position. If you are in ruku, look toward your feet. If you are in the sajda, then look on your nose. If you are saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, then you should look on your shoulders. Okay? But if for somehow you are not following this and you are looking here and there with your eyes, like not moving your neck, because moving neck is makruh. Moving chest, it will break your salah. Moving neck is makruh. And if you are just not moving neck but moving your eyes here and there, okay, so that is also That is also not allowed. Okay. And that is also makruh. Okay. So, and yeah, if you are looking with your eyes, that is basically not makruh, but if it's unnecessary, don't do that. Okay, looking with your eyes, like moving your neck is makruh, but moving your eyes here and there, other than the defined position where you should keep your eyes, because eyes is also praying. Okay, so you should follow what Allah has said, where to keep the eyes when you are praying. But if somehow you are looking here and there with your eyes for a second, so it will not break the salah. Okay, keep this in mind. It will not break the salah, but it is written, it is in the book that do not do it unnecessarily. Okay. Okay. So sometime, you know, it is some people, sit in a weird way. Like they sit like a dog, or they sit, the way Allah has defined, like sit very, very, for the girls, do not stand their feet when they are sitting. And for the boys, there is a specific position to sit, right? Rather than following that position, if they follow any other position to sit. And if they are not sick, okay, if they are sick, that is something else. If they are not sick, but they are sitting position, they are following in a different way, that is also makruh. Okay, so don't do that. Okay. Okay, so remember you learned that saying salam is wajib, right? If you missed it, you will do sajda sahab, right? But moving your hand towards your ear, right? You remember you did these stuff in the wajibat. If I don't know you remember or no, but if you don't revise this thing, note all the points. This is very, very important. Make a notebook and write all those important points, because this will help you entire whole life. Because sometimes some people are confused, they come to you, they ask anything to you, that don't give them random answer. If you know, if you have like few days, it stay in your mind, and then you start forgetting, because you need lots and lots of revision. If you don't do the revision, then it will start going away from your mind. So if you will write somewhere, then it will be helpful, like key points. You should make a notebook and write all the key points. Okay, so sometime whenever, if you will go through, then it will stay in your mind. And if you forget, you can open. Anyways, you can open the book as well. That's why I'm teaching you with the book, but write your points as well. Okay. So if, let's suppose, someone say salam to you, you are praying, and by mistake you move your hand to say walaikum assalam, like just to shake hand. Okay, so it will, it will, this will not break the salah, because you are not talking, you are not giving answer from your mouth. Okay, but it is makruh. Okay, it is makruh to move your hand to for shaken. Okay, because it you are not saying anything like from your mouth, you are not saying walaikum assalam during your salah. It will break the salah. But even moving your hand by mistake, this is makruh. Okay, so don't do that. If you say walaikum assalam by mistake, it will break the salah. But if you only move your hand by mistake, then it will not break the salah. But this is okay. If you are reading salah somewhere where it's so muddy, and you are just moving your clothes, and you are trying your clothes not to be dirty, and like you are just worried about your clothes. Okay, it should not be dirty. If there is a mud, sometimes it happens, like you are going to eat salah, and you are reading salah in an open place, and there is a mud, and your prayer mat is not enough cover the space. So you are very worried about the clothes, right? So if you are worried about the clothes to keep safe from the mud, and again and again, fixing your clothes, not to touch the mud or these kind of things during salah, this is also makruh. Okay, this is also makruh to pray in a place where people are talking. Okay, because if if somewhere people are talking and you will pray, then you will forget what you were reading. Okay, so if you have a doubt that I will forget what I will what I will forget the salah, the surah or anything, because of the noise, because of the people they are sitting and talking. So do not pray at that place. It is makruh to read the salah on those places where people are sitting and talking. Okay, if you couldn't figure out any other place, then it's fine. Let's suppose you are in a shadi, you are in a dawa, there isn't any other place, you are in some guest house, okay, and so many guests around, no place to offer salah, then you have no option. Then you will pray at the right at the spot, whatever is available, because you will not make your salah qaza. But if it's so noisy, then and you have other place, like you have option to pray somewhere else, okay, so better to go and use those options. Otherwise, your salah will be makruh. Okay, if someone is sitting and you are praying salah at their back, okay, and if you feel like if you know those guys will disturb that you are reading salah at that place, the salah will be okay, like because they are the back is like those people's back is toward you, right? So your salah will be okay, but you should it's makruh, because you should not, if they are getting disturbed, then it's makruh. If they are saying it's fine, you can pray here, then it's okay. But it's so much better to figure out some other place where you can pray. Okay, so this is also one important thing. And there are yeah, if someone is sitting and his or her face is towards you when you are reading salah, some, like let's suppose you spread the prayer mat in front of the chair and someone is sitting on the chair, so you are not supposed to pray at that position where someone is facing you. You are not supposed to. Okay, then the namaz will be makruh. Okay, you cannot read the namaz in front of someone. Okay, like your someone face is toward you. Yes, if that person back is toward you and that person know that you will not get disturbed, like those person who are sitting will not get disturbed, then you can pray. But if they said, "Oh, I will be disturbed before prayer," so you are not supposed to pray at that place, then it will be makruh. But if the if you are spreading, and it's normally happen, like you spread the sheet and start praying, and you didn't notice that someone is sitting, or sometimes you notice, but you never feel that this is makruh. Okay, and you spread the sheet and start reading salah, and someone is sitting in front of you, and the face is towards you, so do not do that. Okay, that is also makruh. Find a place where nobody's passing, nobody's sitting. Okay, at the corner or somewhere. Okay, there is one more masala which is of the picture. Okay, so if the picture is on the floor, we are, let's suppose, in the mall or anywhere else where there are so many pictures, and now you have to read salah. Okay, so keep this in mind. If the picture is on the wall, or if picture is somewhere, then the namaz will be makruh. Okay, but if the picture is on the sajda position, okay, then you should avoid doing that. It will break your salah. But if, like if the picture is somewhere else, like on the right side, on the left side, here and there, then you can then you can read the salah. Also, it is written in a same point that avoid having pictures in the home, because normally sometimes people put the family pictures in the living room, on the entrance, and here and there. So it stop bringing the angels in your house. Okay, this is a sin, holding, you're keeping the pictures in the house on the walls and here and there. Okay, so if the pictures is a tree, a scenery, or anything else which is non-living thing, that is fine. Okay, there is nothing harm keeping those kind of posters and pictures on the wall and here and there. But if it's a human, then it's a sin. Okay, so be very careful. It's not only a sin, but it is stop calling the angels, good angels in your house. Good angels never visit your house, and it keep you away from blessing. And also, if someone is dying in the house, then it makes very difficult to leave the body, leave the soul leave the body, because the good angels are not around. Okay, so good angels make it easy to leave the soul from the body. But if because of the picture they do not enter the house, because of the dog they do not enter the house, so what happens, sometimes it makes very hard to leave the leave the soul from the body. So this is also very, very important. Okay. Okay, so the picture should be either right or left, or if you are somewhere and you are under the umbrella and there is a picture, okay, so then it will be makruh. But if you are reading salah and the picture is under the feet, okay, so then you can read that salah, but it will be makruh, like if under the feet, so it's not makruh. But if it's on sajda position, it's a very bad namaz. If the picture is on right, left, or on the roof or anywhere, then you should avoid doing that. Okay. But if there is a picture who has no head or eyes or these kind of thing, then it's not makruh. Okay, then it's not makruh. Also, if the picture is very, very, very small, that you cannot even see that picture when you are in a standing position in namaz, that is also okay. And if you are wearing a clothes which have picture, okay, that is also makruh. Okay, so if we are making effort praying salah, and because of these small teeny tiny things, the namaz become makruh, and you have getting sin. So why we should do that? Okay, we should be very, very, very conscious wearing our clothes, because normally, I have seen so many kids wearing the stuff having the skull on the back, and pictures or these kind of things are very, very common. So if you are wearing that, first of all, do not buy those things. Do not love those things, because Islam said no. So we should not keep the love inside our heart. Okay, but if somehow you are wearing for some reason, then cover yourself with another hoodie or anything else when you are praying. Okay. Also, when you are praying 2 rakah salah, okay, first rakah you are reading a smaller surah. Let's suppose you read Qul Wallahu Ahad Allahu Samad Lam Yalid Walam Yulad Walam Yakul Lahu Kufuwan. And in the second salah, you start reading a longer surah. Let's suppose Surah Bayyinah. Lam yakun alladhina kafaru min ahli al-kitabi wal mushrikina mufakkina hatta ta'tiyahumul bayyinah rasulun min Allah. So this is also makruh. Okay, the first rakah should be, you should recite longer surah, and in second rakah you should read the equal surah or the smaller one. Okay, not the bigger one. Okay, so keep this in mind. It also make your namaz makruh. That's why I always say learn more and more surahs. It will help you, because if you will learn more surahs, then you can change the surahs. Okay, because it is also written that like keep reading the same surah. Okay, this is also make your namaz makruh, which we will inshallah like keep this in mind. This is also make your namaz makruh. Okay, sometime some people do not remember, so they start counting on the fingers during their salah. This also makes salah makruh. Okay, if you want to count anything on your hand, okay, there are some kind of namaz in which you need to read again and again the same thing. Okay, or let's suppose subhana rabbil ala, subhana rabbil ala, subhana rabbil ala, or subhana rabbil azim, subhana rabbil azim, subhana rabbil azim. Now you are counting on your fingers. This make your namaz makruh. Okay, if you want to count, you should just press your finger with your thumb, and then press your finger with your thumb, but you should not count like a normal counting. It is not allowed. Okay, but you can press to keep remember. Okay, this is allowed. Pressing is allowed, but the counting is not allowed. Okay, so if you love some surah, okay, and you are reading the same surah again and again and again in all the rakats, in all the salah, okay, so this is also make your namaz makruh. You should change the surah every time, and when you are changing the surah, you should keep in mind the don't go in reverse order. Okay, always forward order. Okay, so don't go from Surah Nas to backward, like from that side to Surah Nas. Okay, if you are keeping a towel, because in cottage or a village area, people are used to keeping the towel on their shoulders, and the people who put the towel, they are basically the owner of the land, or like these kind of people. So, or in proud, they keep something on their shoulder, the fabric or the or the towel or something like that. This is also make namaz makruh. If you put something extra like the the chadar, the rubal, anything on the shoulder, this make namaz makruh. Okay. If your clothes are very very dirty, okay, and you are reading the salah in those clothes, that also make the namaz makruh. Okay, you should wear a clean clothes, okay, pure and clean clothes. But if it's not available, okay, let's suppose you're on a beach or you are somewhere, you are praying. Sometimes some people say, oh, I'm just wet, so I should not pray. So this makes no sense. Okay, anyway you have to pray. And even though if you don't have any other clothes that time, pray in the same clothes, okay? Even though you are wet, pray in the same clothes. If namaz is, it's better than leaving the salah, okay? But if clothes are not available, then it is fine. Allah knows it, and it's fine to pray in the dirty clothes, okay? But if clothes are not like it is makruh to read the salah in the dirty clothes, okay? Agar, like if you have something in your mouth, like a coin or anything, okay, then it is also make your namaz makruh, because maybe you think, oh, I'm not eating anything. This is not an eatable thing. So if you have anything in your mouth, it will also make your namaz makruh. Like if it's not an eatable thing, then it will also make your namaz makruh. And one more very important thing. If you are in hurry to go for poo and pee, but you are in wuzu that time, and you start thinking, first I should read salah and then I will comfortably go to the washroom. Okay, so this will also make your salah makruh. What is in Islam? If you are in hurry going to washroom and the namaz time is not going to qaza, then it's better to go use the washroom first, make wuzu, come back and then pray. But if you figure out that if I will go to the washroom, the namaz time will finish, this is the only thing you pray. Otherwise, first, go and make yourself, comfortable up by doing whatever is urgent. Okay. In a same way, if you are really really hungry, let's suppose you came back from college or university or school and you feel like I'm really really hungry, and it's namaz time, okay? So if you are really really hungry, then in Islam, so beautiful, like Islam, things are so beautiful, like it's written that first eat and then pray. Okay, first figure out, like like make yourself comfortable if you are hungry, and then stand up for pray. And same thing, if you feel like my namaz will be qaza, then pray namaz first. Otherwise, if you know it's enough time, then first go eat and then stand up for namaz. Okay, in the same way, if you are really really sleepy, really really sleepy, okay, and it's the mass time, sometime in Isha or any other time. So you can sleep first and then pray. Okay. So, but if namaz time is, of course, you know that namaz time will finish, then namaz first and then otherwise, you can sleep and then you can. There is one more important thing. Sometimes some people, close their eyes and read salah. Okay, so what is the rule? The ruling is you should not close your eyes. Sometimes some people say, oh, I feel more concentration when when I close my eyes. Okay, there was a person who said, Allah, I want to see how is my namaz, how will be my namaz at the day of Qiyamah. So he said, oh Allah, I want to see in my dream like how I pray my namaz, because he thinks like he pray, he want to know like how he is reading the salah. So when he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in one dream, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed him a very beautiful girl, and someone is telling, this is your namaz. So when he go closer, so he saw that the girl is blind. So he suddenly woke up, and this was, in his mind, that somebody was telling me this is the namaz, but when I go closer to the girl, and she was blind, so he was very confused. So he went to his teacher, and he tell the entire whole story that I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I want to see my salah, how it look like at the day of Qiyamah. So in dream, Allah showed me a very beautiful girl. Someone told, this is your salah. But when I go closer, I figure out the girl was blind. So I don't know like why it was blind, what was my mistake. Mm. So I don't know what was my mistake, why the salah, which was in the form of girl, was blind. So his teacher said, because you pray your namaz with so much concentration, but to build that concentration, you close your eyes. And you feel like when I will close my eyes, I will pay more concentration. So Allah showed you that your namaz is very beautiful, but because you close your eyes to build that concentration, so the girl, which is in the form of salah, was also blind. So read your salah with your open eyes and try to build the concentration with your open eyes. Okay. So this is also very important. Don't close your eyes. Okay. And keep your eyes open when you are reading salah. And if you have saliva in your mouth, okay, and if you want to spit, or you have a runny nose, okay, and if, and you are, you know, like, if you are sick, then something else, then you will be in another category, okay. But for no reason, you are just spit up, or you are just cleaning your nose for no reason again and again, okay. And if you are coughing for no reason, and if you have a, I don't know the balgam what you said, uh, what is the right word when you have a coughing, and sometimes the wet coughing, so the wet stuff comes in your mouth. What do you call that word? What do you call that?
Belgium is called phlegm in English, I'm pretty
Phlegm?
sure.
Phlegm?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So if you have phlegm, okay, so what is the ruling? The ruling is either spit on your left side, or just take it in your clothes and rub it and leave it, and then focus on your nose. Okay. So this is the rule for these things. Okay. If you are coughing, then try to stop your cough. If you cannot, it's natural, then it's fine. But sometimes have you seen the small kids? They cough and cough and cough, and they want to show, oh, I'm praying my salah, but at the same time I have so much cough. Okay. So it get distraction for other people if they are praying too, right? So that is why Allah has made a universal rule and try to stop it, okay? And other than that, this is also very important, that if there is an insect like cutnal or the bug or anything, okay, if that bugs bite you, then you will hold it during your salah. Then you will hold it, but you will not kill that because you are in salah, and you will just leave it. Okay, hold it and leave it. But this is only allowed when he bites you. Okay. If he didn't bite you, then you are not supposed to hold it. You are in salah unless he didn't bite you. Okay. But this is for insect. If it is snake or something poisonous, or that ruling is different. Okay. But I'm talking about like a bug or anything. If he's biting you, it's hurting you, then then you can hold it, but do not kill, just leave it. Okay. Wait, like if he's like if a spider is going from there, or if anything else is going, like, do not start hitting or killing during the salah. If he's not biting you, you are not supposed to touch. You just keep concentrating on your salah. If he bites you, then just grab it and just move it. Okay. Don't You are not supposed to kill when you are reading when you are reading your salah. Okay. If you are not sick, okay, you are not really really sick, but you started your salah and you lean back from with the wall or anything, okay, this is also make your namaz makruh. Okay, you should not lean with anything when you are reading salah. Okay, so keep this in mind. This is also very important. Sometimes we are reading salah very fast and we are not fulfilling the tadile arakan. As I said, you have to finish every position, whatever you were reading, then go into the next position. Sometimes some kids or sometimes some elders, they are reading this way. Um, inna atinakal kawsar fasalli li rabbika wanhar, and inna shaniyaka huwal abtar. They do not read this, and they go in ruku position, and when during the movement, when they were going in the ruku position, they finished the last ayah, inna shaniyaka huwal abtar, and then they say subhana rabbil azim, subhana rabbil azim. This also makes namaz makrooh. Okay, whatever you were reading, you have to finish the last word properly, slowly, then go into the next position. Whatever you are reading, subhana rabbil azim, subhana rabbil azim, subhana rabbil azim, slowly, and after finishing your last word, stand up and then read whatever you were reading. Same for the sajda, same for the qiyam, same for the ruku. Okay, if you are in hurry and last one or two words you are reading in your ruku position, going in the ruku position and finishing the last one or two words, or going in the sajda position and reading last one or two words, then it will make your namaz makrooh. Okay, and you will get a sin doing that. Okay, so do not repeat that. One more important thing about the makrooh namaz, and that is if you are somewhere, okay, you couldn't find a spot, especially it happened in Ramadan when the masjid is too full. Let's suppose you get a spot at the stairs, okay, so what is the ruling in Islam? You will check the size of the stairs. If it will be like when you open hand, I don't know, we say one balish, okay, I don't know what you say when you open your complete hand and then you measure. Have you ever measured with your hand the table or anything with your hand, or have you seen your mom or dad measuring with the hand? How
Yeah.
many hand size are this? Okay, so you will measure the stairs with your hand. If it will be more than your one hand size, one hand means from your thumb to your small finger. Okay, open it widely and then measure. If this is longer than this, then the namaz will be makrooh. If this is shorter than this, then you can stand up on one stairs and you can do the ruku on the other stairs. But if it's lesser than, like if it's lesser than one hand, okay, if it's equal to one hand or more than one hand, then you're not supposed to read the pray at the stairs. Okay, avoid reading the prayer at the stairs. Okay, because sometimes some people think like, oh, I'm reading whatever way I'm reading, my namaz is done. Okay, there are many small details, okay, which we should keep in mind when we are reading salah. What are makrooh, what will break namaz? So we only think if we flirt, it will break namaz. If we laugh loud, it will break namaz. No, there are very small minute little things which should, if you will keep one time in your mind, then of course it will make you conscious. Okay, I should avoid doing that. It's not hard. Okay, it's not hard, but it will make you conscious. Okay, I should avoid doing that in my namaz. Okay, so these are the few things which we discussed, and it make your namaz makrooh. Okay, so like playing with your clothes, I'm just quickly revising everything. Playing with your clothes, and cracking your fingers, and moving your neck here and there, and playing with your sitting in a dog style, and if someone is saying salam, so move the hand, and if moving hand, answering that person, you didn't say from your mouth, but moving hand, and try to answer. If someone is talking somewhere, avoid reading namaz that place, it's makrooh. If someone back is towards you where you are reading salah, it's fine, but if that person is getting disturbed, you are not supposed to read that place. If someone is facing you, you are not supposed to read salah in front of a person who is facing you, or sitting on the sofa or anywhere. Okay, you should avoid. Other than that, you have learned like about the picture. Okay, so picture should not be on your clothes. Picture should not be on the sajda position. Picture can be on the right, left, up and down, but it's makrooh. Okay, the only thing which is allowed if the picture is on the if you are standing on the picture. Okay, and then you are reading, that is not makrooh. But rest of the other places, if there is picture, it's makrooh. And if it's on sajda position, the namaz will break. Okay, keep this in mind. And if If the picture is non-living thing, it's fine. If the picture has no eyes and head and the the upper face, like that is fine. If the picture is very very small, when you are in a standing position, you are not able to see, that is also fine. But avoid doing that. Okay, you cannot count on the fingers. Okay, this is also makruh. And do not extend the second rakah. First rakah should be always longer, second should be equal or smaller. It should not be, second rakah should not be longer. Okay. Other than that, if you're reading the same surah every time, that is also make your namaz makruh. If you are putting a towel on your shoulder, make your namaz makruh. If you are wearing a dirty clothes, okay, then it makes your namaz makruh. You should wear always. It is written that it's basically invitation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you are a guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You feel it, and if you are invited somewhere as a guest, you never go in bad clothes. So never ever stand up in your PJs like pajama or anything and start reading the salah. You should always have a nice clean clothes, okay? The clothes which you wear for going in party. I think it's written for Hazrat Ali radiallahu an. He wear a very, very nice clothes. Someone asked him, "Oh, where are you going somewhere? Are you invited?" So he said, "No, I am going to offer my prayers." So Allah subhanahu, it's a meeting time to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So of course this was the best clothes I have. That's why I'm wearing this. So whatever is your best clothes, try to wear that. And this is very common. Sometimes we are in our normal pajama and these kind of stuff at home. So we think this is allowed and we should, whatever we are wearing, our night clothes, we should start reading the salah. You should always, make yourself, like after making wuzu, make your hairs and try to make yourself ready for praying salah, and then wear your best clothes, okay, rather than praying in your night suit. Because if someone will invite you at your house, you will never ever go in your night suits, right? So if you are not going, like the easy thing to remember is what my teacher once told us: the clothes which you feel shame to go in a party, never wear those clothes when you are standing for your salah. Always wear your best clothes when you are praying salah. Okay, inshallah. So the dirty clothes make your salah, makruh. And if you are hurry going washroom, if you are hungry, if you are sleepy, first do that. If namaz time is still left, then when you are done, then come back to namaz. Okay, otherwise it will make your namaz makruh, because your concentration will be toward your poor and or hunger. So that is why Islam is telling us first do your you know stuff, and then inshallah stand up with an empty mind, and then focus and concentrate towards the salah. If you are used to reading your eyes if you are used to reading your salah with your closed eyes, do not do that. Okay, keep your eyes open when you are reading salah, otherwise it will make your salah makruh. If you want to spit on your left side. If you want to clean your nose, okay, use your fabric and just clean it, or the balgam or whatever. So inshallah you can just clean it with your clothes, or you can spit at your left side, not toward the right side or not toward the qibla side. Okay, otherwise it will make your namaz makruh. If an insect bites you, then you are only allowed to touch and move it somewhere, some other spot. But if it did not bite you, then just leave it. Okay, you are not supposed to touch that. Do not lean back when you are standing position, or when you are reading your salah. Okay, even though you are sitting, like, don't lean back. Okay, that is not allowed in Islam. It's makruh. And if you are in so much hurry, last part you are reading in any other position, that is also not allowed. Make namaz makruh. And if you are reading a salah on the stairs, it should be lesser than your hand size. Okay, so these are the few things which make namaz makruh. If you will keep all those things in your mind, inshallah, you will not get any sin, and you can keep your namaz safe from being makruh. Okay, there are a few more things for which it is allowed to it give you option to break the salah. There are few things, okay? So there is a very short list. Inshallah, we will do it also very quick. If you are traveling, okay, the family is in the train and your stuff is in the train, and you stand up for your salah, but suddenly the train start moving, okay? You are traveling in a plane or anywhere, okay, and you figure out like, oh, I just stand up and say Allahu Akbar, I was reading my salah, but the train is leaving or the plane is leaving. So at that time you are allowed to break your salah, but you will pay back after, okay? If you see a snake or any dangerous animal, okay, you are allowed to break your salah. You can break it because safety is first, okay, and then you can pay back after, okay. If you are in a masjid, and this normally happen, like this happened with Uzaifa so many times, like his shoes gone, right? And sometimes slippers gone, the new slippers gone, and sometimes he bought a shoes very expensive, and he came back and he said, "Someone took my shoes in the masjid." I don't know, Kamil, this happened to you or not? So if someone is stealing the shoes, okay, or someone is not stealing but taking it by mistake, and if that person will be gone, then that person will gone forever, right? So you can break the salah and you can save your shoes, okay? So this is so funny. Like at that time, you are supposed uh, to break your salah, and you can save your stuff first, okay? Let's suppose you have a pet and something came up who are harming your pet. Let's suppose you have a cat, and or you have a chicken or anything, and you figure out, oh, other animal is just killing that, okay? So just to save that living creature, you can break your salah, and then you can keep that safe, okay? If someone is praying, suddenly figure out that I put something on the stove which is burning, okay, then there is a condition. If that is really, really expensive stuff, then you can break the salah. It's written like charana equal to charana, okay? That means if it's expensive, okay, then you can break your salah, you can go and you can look after your stuff which was on the stove, okay. But if it's not very expensive, and that is fine, if it's burning, then finish your salah and then go and check, okay. So this is a condition if something is on the stove, okay. So keep this in mind. Other than that, if you are in your salah, okay, and you feel poo and pee, and that is very urgent. Sometimes you are sick and you have diarrhea and you are feeling it, right? So you are supposed to break your salah. First go do that and then make wuzu and come back and repay your salah, okay? If nothing happened with you, but you figure out that some blind person was going and he will fell down, and this kind of situation, you can create the situation by your own that other person will be harmed. Like there is a well, that person will be fell down in the well, that person will be drowned in the river. These kind of situation happen, okay. And if you are thinking, oh, I'm in salah, I cannot break my salah, I cannot save that person, or that person died, okay, you will get the sin. Safety always first. You will break your salah, you will go and save that person, and then you will come and repay back, like pay back your salah. Never ever think, oh, I'm in salah, so I cannot go. I cannot go and I cannot save. Okay. So at that time, that rule is important to save that person. Then you can pay back the salah after. Okay. Because if that person will die, then you will get the sin because of his death. Okay. If if you figure out a kids is burning, or the kitchen is burning, or this kind of situation suddenly happen, okay, then of course you will break the salah, and you will go and you will save everybody, or you will save the house, and you will do whatever is necessary, okay. So this is also very important. This is also very important, which I told you earlier, that if mom, dad, grandfather, grandmother, okay, either nani nana or dadi dada, if they call you and you are reading a first salah, okay, then it is wajib on you to break the salah and answer them. even though if it says first salah. Okay, let's suppose you have a sick father, sick mother in your house. They want to go for poo and pee, right? They are calling you. Okay, and if they will go by themselves, they will fall down in the washroom, and or it's chances they will slip, and you are reading the salah at that time, first salah. So you are supposed to break your first salah and then go and handle that situation first. Okay, if they fell down, they are calling you, and there is someone in the house which quickly give attention towards them, then don't break the salah. Then first finish your salah, then go and check them. But if, because this such situation can happen if you have elders in your home, okay? So never ever think, oh, I'm reading salah, so how I can go if they are calling me, okay? So even though if you are reading your first break your salah and then go and first, handle that situation. If they are calling you to take you to the bathroom or something like that, so this is important. Break your salah and attend like the parents first, and dada dadi nana nani first, and then come back and then pay salah. And if they didn't fall down but they are about to fall down and they are calling you, in that situation too, break your salah. First situation was they fell down and they are calling me, okay? Or they were about to slip, okay? And in second situation, they didn't fall down, but they are thinking they will fall down. They want to go washroom. They want to do some stuff with you, urgent, okay? So break your salah but attend them, okay? But if you know, like they are used to calling me for no reason, like if really, really there is no reason and they are calling you, okay? There is no urgent need to go to washroom. There is no urgent need for anything else. Then do not break the salah. First finish your first salah. I'm talking about first, okay? But if it's urgent need, then it is wajib on you. This is must on you to break the salah and answer them. But if it's not an urgent need, then don't break your salah. Okay. If you are reading a nafil and sunnah, first we talked about the farz. Okay. Now we are talking about nafil and sunnah. If you are praying your nafil or sunnah, your mom called, your father called, your dada dadi nana nani called, and you don't know, and they don't know that you are praying. Okay, if they don't know that you are praying and they are calling you, then also you will break the salah and you will answer them first. And if they are calling you in some situation, like they are facing some difficulty, they are calling you in because of any reason, or unnecessary, like they are calling you unnecessary. If it's sunnah or nafil, you will break the salah and you will answer them. If they don't know you are praying, let's suppose you are praying in your room and they are calling you. So if they are calling you, you will break your salah. Either it's urgent or not urgent. In first salah, you decide it's urgent or it's not urgent. It's better to, if it's not urgent, better to first pray, or if anyone else is looking after them, then first pray and then answer them. Then like first finish your prayer and then answer them. But in nafil and sunnah, if someone is calling you and they don't know you are praying, so if even though it's urgent or not urgent, first you will answer them, okay? But let's suppose if they know that you are praying, okay, and they are calling you for some unnecessary thing, okay, then first finish your prayer, then answer them. But if you know, if I will finish my prayer, it will hurt them, they will be in problem, then break it and first answer them. So what you learn in this, in first salah you will decide how urgent it is, okay? You will break the salah and you will answer them. It's wajib, okay? It's wajib to answer them. If it's not urgent or someone else is looking after them, then first finish your prayer, then quickly go and first answer them, okay? Do not just ignore, okay? And second thing is, if it's you are reading your nafil and sunnah, then first you will answer even though it's urgent or it's not urgent, in case when they don't know you. If they know you are praying, then if it's not urgent, then finish your prayer and then go. because they know you are praying and they are calling you and it's not urgent. Okay. But if it's really, really urgent and you know, if I'm reading my first rakah till I finish my third, three more rakah, they will be in danger. They something happened with them, then of course you will break the salah and you will go. So these are the few things in which you are allowed to breaking your salah. It's not like that. Once you start reading salah, you cannot break that. But these are the conditions in which you can break your salah. There are conditions in which automatically salah breaks, and there are conditions in which you are, it is required to break the salah and do those work. Okay, so make everything very, very, very clear in your mind, and inshallah, it will help you rest of your life, inshallah. And if anything, anything confusing for anyone else, you can also answer them, inshallah. Okay, so now tell me, do you have any question?
Nope.
No.
No? Okay. And Shamil? Shamil, are you there?
Yeah, I already said no.
No? Okay. And Zara?
Nope.
No? Okay. Everything is very clear?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So your job is, because if I spend time figuring out where are those topics in the book, it's in order, like it's in the namaz side, but I couldn't open, I should, open this earlier, but I was thinking what to teach you today. So that's why I didn't figure out, like, but I was thinking these three articles were left. We didn't discuss these three, right? We didn't do these three, right?
Your whiteboard is showing. We can't see what.
Huh?
What part are you saying? We can't see your screen with the book.
No, 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 no. The
Oh.
thing which we just finished, okay? The
Mm-hmm.
thing which we were doing today, the one which make Makrooh, the one which break the salah, and how when we
Yeah.
are allowed to break the salah. We didn't cover these things before, right?
Not with you.
No, with me, right? Okay, because I think I teach this to my morning class, so I was just confused. I did with you guys or no? But I was thinking, like, I think I didn't do this with you guys. But Alhamdulillah, this was very, very important. This will help you rest of your life, okay? And this tell us how important the namaz is, right? Because we take namaz for granted. We think it's fine if we are reading it, it's fine, like, if anything happens during the salah. So these small small things tell us no, namaz is very important thing. That is why there are so much detail, when it's break, when it's makruh, when it's wajib, when it's farz, when it's sunnah, when it's nafil. So there are so many different detailed categories, right? And this time, Alhamdulillah, you are reading in your own language. And if, inshallah, you will spend time, little good time in learning the Arabic, then, inshallah, Arabic hadith will be in front of you and you will be reading by your own self. Then you will understand, you will be having a good understanding what this hadith is starting. And that is so much fun, so much fun. So, this is a language of Jannah. In Jannah, you will not speak English, you will not speak Urdu, you will speak Arabic, okay? So you should feel love learning Arabic, you should feel love, understanding Arabic, and you should spend little time with with love, okay? Because this is the language of Jannah. This is the language every prophet will be speaking. This is the language you will be speaking in Jannah, inshallah. As soon you will die, you will not be able to speak English or Urdu, okay? You will speak Arabic, okay? So if you will make love learning Arabic, that will be a very plus point, inshallah, at the day of Akhirah, that you spend some time like you love learning this language. Okay, so inshallah, whatever you are learning in surf, or inshallah, one more book I will start with you, that is Nahab. But first, inshallah, we will do more stuff with the heavenly ornament, which is very, very important, like about rosa, about some other things, because if you know these small details, then inshallah it will be your habit. It will be your habit, is avoiding those things which will make your roza kharab, like which will make your namaz kharab. So it will be your habit then, okay, inshallah. So alhamdulillah, we have covered so far one more new topic. If you have any question come to your mind regarding this topic, you can ask me, inshallah, in next class. and then inshallah we can discuss all those points, because I still remember when we were reading, we have lots and lots of questions with our teacher, and most of the time our teacher said, let me finish with the topic completely. Might be there are a few questions which you have in your mind, but we will cover later on. So inshallah, hold on your questions and you will ask in at the end of the chapter after 2 3 weeks. Okay. So I don't know why you guys have no questions in your mind, or might be you didn't think that way so far. Okay, so inshallah, think about all those things. Okay, I noticed this, some person was doing that, so is it okay, is it fine? Yeah, or I was doing that, so this should come to your mind. Okay, because this is your religion, you should love thinking all those things, inshallah. Okay, so inshallah, I am leaving now. Aisha is saying I have an open house. Okay, inshallah. So we can read the dua. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Subhanallah bihamdi.
Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika.
Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun.
Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun.
Wa salamun alal mursaleen.
Wassalamu ala al-mursalin.
Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
And
barakatuh.
you guys can do one thing if you can do that, like as a presentation, like if you can make a slide, okay, like in slide you can write, farais of, like fars of salah, wajibat of salah, what thing breaks salah, what thing makes salah makruh. So if you will make it on a slide or on a worksheet or slide, so inshallah we can teach the student. Like I have, so like I was teaching this article in the class today, and small students like Ryan and Anaya and Mahaveen, they were asking so many questions. I was surprised